Alright, I'm recording this because I turned this into a 50-minute video just going off about everything. But in this video I want to talk about Cenk Uyger making new statements about his claims years ago that he wanted to fight Joe Rogan for some reason. And the weird thing is that he's backing up those statements in this video. But if you know anything about Cenk Uyger, a guy that runs a media company who is trying to run for president and all this shit, has any bit of fucking chance against fighting, like against Joe Rogan. You have no chance. But anyways, if you liked the video at any point, subscribe. That's all I ask. Anyways, so I'm gonna show you a picture of Cenk Uyger before we get into this video, and I'm going to let you um decide if this guy is a physical threat in any martial art. Um, Let me find. Uh, you know what? Here's a good side picture. Like this guy in a fight. Like he's big, probably has power. He he said that he wrestled, which we'll get to in that video. But him against Joe Rogan, who he's 3 years younger than Joe Rogan, but like alright, can we find recent pictures? Uh, eh, okay, I know. This is now getting a little fruity here. But, well, like, this is around what Joe Rogan, like, this is what Joe Rogan looks like usually. And obviously, it depends on how hard he trains, what he eats. But this is what Joe Rogan looks like compared to Cenk Uyger. So before we get into this video, if you like MMA and you think that tubby news reporters do not stand a chance against um, trained, experienced MMA fighters or MMA celebrities, if you think that's insane, this is the channel for you. I cover whatever topics interest me. But we'll get into this one here. Now.
Conversation. I saw that you actually said at some point in the past that you can beat up Rogan in a fight.
Yeah.
No, you said that you have a shot. It's a non-zero probability.
Yes.
Do you still believe this?
Yes. But the probability is dropping. It's dropping every day.
I think it's probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say. So I did I wrestled and did jiu-jitsu.
Like, he's about to get into, like, his background, like, where he trained and all that. But, like, even him asking a question, and Lex Friedman, like, he interviews everybody, right? From MMA stars to rich people to politicians. He interviews everybody. But, like, even at the start of this video, you clearly see he's laughing at Cenk Uyger for this, and he's teasing him throughout the video.
Doing judo and all the kinds of fighting sports my whole life, and I just observed a lot of really confident, large guys roll into gyms, he's ripped, he can deadlift, he can talk all kinds of shit, and he believes he's gonna be the next world champion, and he just gets his ass kicked.
Yeah. Of course. Okay. And I've seen, like, I saw this Israeli MMA fighter take on an anti-Semite who was huge.
Like, he's bringing up a fucking point. A video he's even seen of a guy that trains MMA fighting a fat dude and getting destroyed. But he's only obsessing about it being like Israel and Palestine connected to that war. He can't talk about anything about that war.
Thought that, he believed in, like, Nick Fuentes' conspiracy theories or something. And the MMA fighter dismantled him. And I don't.
Well, like, everything to these equals conspiracy. Like, I mean, any different opinion is conspiracy. No legitimacy at all if you don't agree with my top views. Anyways.
Loved it. Okay, and then we tweeted back and forth, etc. So, guys, first let me just assure you, I get it. So now let me tell you why I said it, and then why I think it's a non-zero chance. So Michael Smirkonish had written this blog, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago on Huffington Post. We were both bloggers at that point, and about the wussification of America. Now, he was saying the left is a bunch of wussies, right? So I wrote a blog saying, hey, Michael, I would rather debate you. So if you want to debate about how we're wussies, let's do it. Let's find them. But, you're mentioning physicality, right, and how you guys are tougher. So if you prefer, only in a prescribed setting, right, and we're not going to go do it in the streets like idiots, right, but if you want, we'll have a boxing match or whatever you want, and we'll see who's tougher. And he panicked, and he cried to mommy, which was Ariana.
Because he's not a fighter. He is a political commentator, just like you. And he probably doesn't take politics as seriously as you do. And he knows that he doesn't gain anything, kind of like Joe Rogan knows this too. He doesn't gain anything from losing or either severely beating some fat guy from a news network. You're not going to win any public image. You'll win over the right, okay, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, the money, it might be good. It doesn't benefit Joe Rogan compared to what he has now and how much money he's making, how much publicity he has. But anyways.
Down at Huffington. And, Jake's intimidating me. Right? Okay. All right, well, who's the wussy now, bitch? Right? So that is not to actually get into a fight with poor Mike.
It's not to get into a fight. Yeah, wussy, pussy, bitch. What? Are you fucking stupid? Oh my god.
Michael Smirkonish, right? It's to prove, hey, don't use rhetoric like that. That's dumb. And this is me proving that it's dumb. Okay, so now Joe had said...
Okay, I'm using the same rhetoric to show you how stupid your rhetoric is. But no, I'm challenging you to a fight because I disagree with you politically. But I look manly because you turned down. But fine, I don't get it.
Said, I forget what he said at the time, and he said something similar, right? And I'm up to here with Joe at that point. I don't know if we'll ever talk again, right?
Joe Rogan, literally, he just talked about the fact that your media company outright fucking lies and is catered towards far left, which, whatever, that's how you make your money and all that. But, like, the fact that you got heated over that, when it's just more publicity for you in the back end, and it grows your progressive fucking circle, like, you only benefited from Joe Rogan speaking. Now, you can either agree with Joe Rogan, disagree, but at the end of the day, challenging him to a fight over that made you look like a fucking idiot.
But
You've been on a show, and that was a good conversation.
It was a great
That was a while back, yeah.
yeah,
I hope.
And years ago, he did go on the Joe Rogan podcast. I forgot this was going to come up. I went and looked at clips. He wasn't as fucking extreme as he was back then. Shocker. But yeah, it was a good podcast and all that. But yeah, now he thinks he has an 8% chance of beating him in a fight.
Hope he has you on again.
yeah. So I get it.
I bet you. I don't like this take you have a lot. I bet you he hates it because him as an MMA commentator, he gets to hear so many bros.
Yeah.
It's all about the mindset, bro. Now, to Steel Man, the point you're making, which I do think it's the stupidest thing you've ever said, but the actual intent, which is whether you're left or right, there's strong people on the left.
Yeah, and they're gonna get into it right here. And like, they're gonna get into what Cenk Uyger was trying to say there. But still, you are not the right representation of the left being strong. Like, it would have made more sense if like you called up like one of your lefty bros that has their own YouTube channel who exercises, who trains in martial arts. I know they're far and few between, but it would have made much more sense for you to hyper fight against somebody else than you yourself trying to hyper fight up against Joe Rogan. He wasn't gonna do it.
Like, you're mentally strong, physically strong. Like, I think the whole point is not that you can beat him, but you're willing to fight if you need to. It's
100%.
So it's not like I believe I can beat him. It's like I'm willing. Like all this shit, calling the people on the left wusses or whatever. I'm willing to step in the fight, even if I'm untrained, even if I'm out of shape. I'm willing to fight. Yeah, I get it. I understand that, but it's just pick a different person. That's why I wrote down my genuine curiosity is if you can beat up Alex Jones versus Cenk. That
Okay, and then now from this point on in the video, they talk about oh shit, well, whoops. You see my channel content. Like from the point on that video, they were talking about him fighting Alex Jones, which Cenk Uyger versus Alex Jones in a boxing match, wrestling match, any kind of fight that would sell tickets into it. But I'm glad he acknowledges that he only has an 8% chance, more like a 2% chance of beating Joe Rogan. I don't know. We'll see where he ends up, who he fights, whether or not he becomes president. He won't. Let me know in the comments. Did you see this video? What did you think about it? And yeah, do you think Cenk Uyger is a threat to Joe Rogan in any way? Absolutely not. Later.